A year ago I paid 200 euros for this camera. The seller told me it was in good condition, but it was not. The screen works, but there's a crack across the top and the border has gone black. So I'm essentially looking through a letterbox. And the viewfinder only works fully zoomed in. So at anything wider I'm just looking into blur. The seller gave me 20 euros back, so I paid overall 180 euros for it. For a broken Fujifilm X10. Let's find out if that was a reasonable decision. The X10 came out in 2011 for 450 euros new. It has a magnesium alloy body, aluminium panels, and yeah, it's rigid, it's heavy, it feels serious. The lens is a 28 to 112 mm equivalent, f2.0 at the wide end and f2.8 at full zoom. And it's a mechanical zoom ring. Twist it past the first stop and the camera turns on. No power button, just a grab and shoot. What makes it unusual for a compact? Proper manual controls. A mode dial with full manual aperture priority, shutter priority, an exposure compensation dial on the top deck. These are dials with click stops, not buried in a menu. And it has built-in film simulations. Velvia, Provia, Astia and a few others. Fujifilm's famous color science baked straight into the JPEGs. No editing required. The sensor is a 2/3 inch EXR CMOS 12 megapixel sensor. It has an ISO from 100 to 3200. How is it holding up 15 years later, you might ask? Well, let's find out. I grabbed the camera, got out of my house and headed into the fields into golden hour. First thing, the broken screen. In practice it means I can see roughly about 80% of the frame. For wide landscape shots with a clear horizon, it's manageable. For anything tighter, it's annoying. You think you have the shot and then you get home and the edge is just outside of what you could see. The viewfinder was the bigger frustration. At full zoom I had a fine, clear view, it was usable. But at wider angles, which is where you want to be in open field at golden hour, you see nothing. So basically I was shooting wide completely blind. Screen and viewfinder both semi-useless. Just instinct and hoping. Let's look what this actually produced. The color, this is where the camera surprised me. There's a quality to those images that I didn't expect from a 15-year-old compact. Something in the way Fujifilm renders colors, the warmth, the midtones, the way the golden hour light sits in the image. It feels filmic. Not in a cheap filter way, just in a way that feels considered. Like the camera has a point of view. Sharpness. It's inconsistent. Some shots are genuinely sharp. Some are soft, and I'm not entirely sure why. The autofocus, the lens at certain focal length, or me framing blind. Probably all three. And then the light dropped. Here the small sensor shows its limits. It got mushy, loss of definition that post-processing won't fix. Well, golden hour, it's a definite yes. For dusk, yeah, it's borderline, and after dark you have to put it away. It's not worth it. So 180 euros for a broken Fujifilm X10. Here's my honest take. The camera itself, it's excellent. The color science, the manual controls, the build quality. This is a 450 euro camera from 2011 and it still shows. In golden hour it produces images I actually liked. That filmic feeling is real. This specific broken copy. The letterbox screen, the unusable viewfinder at anything below the full zoom. That's genuinely annoying. Not charming, just limiting. If you're hunting for one, find a clean copy for under 200 euros. Check the screen, test the viewfinder at wide angles, and yeah, that's a version worth having. Now I want to know what you think. Should I track down a fully working X10 and do a proper test? Or should I skip straight to the X10 or X30 Fujifilm successor with an improved sensor and a few fixes? Drop it in the comments. If you want to see more of those cameras with quirks, cameras that cost less than a dinner, or just experiments that may or may not have been a good idea, feel free to subscribe and hit the like button. And yeah, some more content is coming. And yeah, thank you for watching. Cheers.